How are you all doing this Monday morning? I really hope you are having a wonderful day. So congratulations to all of you that already have a pending deposit in your bank accounts for your $1,400 third stimulus checks. It has been 19 days since President Joe Biden signed the $1.9 trillion third stimulus bill into law. I know that it is really frustrating because there are still many of you who are SSI, SSDI, RRB survivors and VA beneficiaries that still haven't received your third stimulus payment yet. You all have been waiting for months for stimulus relief. And like I've said, it's just ridiculous that the IRS is not getting these checks out quick enough. So back on December 29th, the second round of stimulus payments finally began going out to millions of American people. It is now months later, and some of you still haven't received your $600 stimulus check yet. The Internal Revenue Service, Social Security Administration, and U.S. Treasury Department really need to get better organized. I can't comprehend why it's taking so long for these three agencies to get your stimulus payments to you. So for those of you who haven't received a second or third stimulus check, here's what you need to know. According to tax experts, if you have not received your second stimulus check by now, you should go ahead and prepare to file your 2020 tax return. If you are a taxpayer, you may claim your missing $600 second stimulus check as a recovery rebate credit. I know that some of you are non-filers, and as of right now, filing taxes this year is the only way to claim your missing stimulus payment. To get the recovery rebate credit, even non-filers will have to file a 2020 return. Also, even if you weren't initially eligible to receive a stimulus check, you may still get the recovery rebate credit. Dependents like college students, mixed status families, and those who had a decrease in income or a marriage status change in 2020 can claim the recovery rebate credit on their 2020 tax return. The latest round of stimulus checks are based on your latest tax return. So if you already filed for your 2020 tax return, the IRS will go off of that. But then if you haven't, then the IRS will base it on your 2019 tax return. There are some tax experts that say filing your 2020 tax return online as soon as possible would ensure that you would receive your stimulus money very quickly. Now there have been numerous reports of people receiving smaller than expected payments being made via direct deposits. In some cases, Social Security recipients are reporting that they have received just half of what they were expecting to see for this round of stimulus payments. It is not understandable how Social Security beneficiaries are receiving smaller stimulus checks. According to the Internal Revenue Service, the issue with the less than expected checks is occurring primarily with married people who file their tax returns jointly. This is caused by a glitch in the system that divides a payment in two parts for the certain married couples filing jointly. This glitch primarily occurs for one of two reasons. Number one, you have an injured spouse claim on your tax return, or your tax refund was withheld due to your spouse's debts, which could include unpaid federal or state taxes or even garnished money for child support. However, there is good news. Couples in either situation are eligible to receive their full stimulus payments based on what they qualify for under the income guidelines. But you may have to wait a little bit longer for the second half of your stimulus payment. And in most cases, the second half of your payment will still arrive within a couple of weeks. You will also likely receive your missing stimulus money through a paper check or economic impact payment debit card. So if you haven't received your second half of your stimulus payment yet, you should definitely keep an eye out on your mailbox. The Internal Revenue Service has stated that stimulus payments delivered via direct deposit should be deposited by Wednesday of this week. Currently, President Joe Biden is still actively considering canceling student loan debt of up to $50,000, and this could really help millions of Americans. Many progressive House Democrats introduced a resolution calling on President Biden to cancel $50,000 in federal student loan debt for every borrower using executive authority. Student loan borrower advocates and Democratic lawmakers have been putting a lot of pressure on President Joe Biden to convince him to cancel student loan debt through executive action. Earlier this year, Representative Ayanna Pressley said in a statement, "Broad-based student loan debt cancellation is precisely the kind of bold, high-impact policy that the broad and diverse coalition that elected Joe Biden and Kamala Harris expect them to deliver. It would be truly amazing if President Joe Biden actually cancels some student loan debt. Comment below if what other types of debts President Biden should cancel through executive action."
Go ahead. Oh, sorry. Let me just get around to everybody and then I'll come back. Go ahead.
Yeah, Chief of Staff Ron Klain said last week that President Biden has asked the U.S. Department of Education to prepare a memo on the president's legal authority to cancel student debt. What exactly has the White House asked for here? And in the past, President Biden has said he would be prepared to write off $10,000 in debt, but not $50,000 like some liberals and Democrats have asked for. Is Biden rethinking his position, and is he reconsidering his position on the idea of canceling debt of students who attended more expensive private schools?
Well, first, he continues to look forward to, he'd welcome a bill signed by, or passed by Congress, I should say, to cancel $10,000 in student debt. And he'd be happily sign that. I think that would naturally be the first step before it's a larger amount beyond there. What Ron Klain was referring to is the fact that there's an ongoing review. It's both a policy review and a legal review. So Department of Education and Department of Justice to look at what the options are and what authority could be recommended to the president. So that was the process he was referring to.
If he's asking what options are available, does that mean whether he could do it to $50,000? And does that mean that it's therefore open as a possibility for the White House?
Yeah, it's his position hasn't changed. There's a review to take a look at what is possible with executive authority.
But he has indicated he doesn't think that's a good proposal. During the town hall back in February, he very much was outspoken against the $50,000 threshold. So where does he stand on that at this point?
And again, after that point in time, Ron Klain and others have spoken with a range of leaders in Congress, and we've said many times from this podium that there is an ongoing review of what the options are that are possible under executive authority. There's also a policy review, as would be expected at the same time. We haven't ruled out options, but
The jobs plan has been receiving opposition from both the left and the right. On the right this weekend, Senator Roy Blunt said that it would be an easy bipartisan win if the bill were more narrowly focused. So why not reduce the bill down to just infrastructure and take out planks like the care workers and the electric vehicle aspects? And then in addition to that, on the left, Senator Joe Manchin said today that he can't support a 28% tax increase on corporations. So is the White House open to lowering that? He said the highest he would support is 25%.
Well, first, on the infrastructure question, let me say that some Republicans who have been vocal think investing in water systems and replacing pipes so Americans can have clean drinking water is not infrastructure, but the president does. Some don't think investing in high-speed rail is infrastructure. The president does. Some believe building charging stations to support America's electric vehicle future is not infrastructure. He believes it is. Some don't believe that America's broadband capacity, which is 1/3 of the American people, I should say, don't have access to broadband, and improving those lines and expanding that access is not infrastructure. The president does.
Please leave your questions and comments in the comment section below. I will do my very best to answer all of your questions. But that is the end of the video, everyone. I hope you found this video helpful. Do not forget to enter the $50 Amazon gift card giveaway, which is scheduled for this coming Friday evening, by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and commenting below. Thank you and have a very, very blessed day.